the stand that's quibbling. It's kind of
Oh, hey! What's up, guys? So we are live here today doing another episode of Sexy Funny Raw, and we have a very special guest on our show today, Mr.
Dr. Chris Donahue, author of Sex Outside the Lines. Go get your copy. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Dr. Donahue is a sex therapist?
Correct.
Yes.
Well, yeah, explain. Tell our fans who you are.
Oh no, I hate doing that. I feel like such a cheese ball.
No, you're with us.
All right, so my short pack bio is a sex therapist, author, and I'm the host of the Love Line podcast with Amber Rose.
Ooh.
Every Thursday, new episodes.
Yes, guys. So we just finished a little impromptu photo shoot that we were doing with Dr. Chris Donahue, where I got to be Don't Be a Puppet.
Shoot loads, not guns.
And you were?
A slut.
I took the shirt off. And together we are the Three Spooges.
A name that we have just now picked up today that I think we're going to stick with. That's pretty accurate. All right. We only have him for a short period of time because obviously he's in very high demand. So we're going to get going with some questions.
All right, first one. This might be good for you, Dr. Donahue. Is it wise to date a porn star?
Oh my God, never do it.
That's actually my suggestion as well.
Really?
Don't date a porn star.
Why?
For me, I just want to be out of porn when I am in a relationship. Just because it's like, I have to literally go and have sex with somebody else. I have to.
Yeah.
Wait, so if you got into a committed relationship in the next couple of weeks, you would be willing to leave porn?
I mean, financially, if he could support me, maybe.
She's a lot like me. She's very traditional in the way that she dates.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
But see, that is the kicker about porn performers. People assume that you guys are these like freewheeling, horrible people, like ultimate sluts, but like you guys are so traditional. It's fascinating.
Yeah, they really are.
So it's hard for she's like, I can't expect someone to be committed to me while I'm out banging
right,
people.
because I'm like, I feel like I should let them go and be because I have to go and be, but my go and be comes with a paycheck, and theirs comes with.
Well, let's be
honest. Out there,
let's be honest. Like sex outside of work is sex and enjoyable, and when you're at work, you're basically just a koozie.
Yes.
You're just a what?
A koozie.
What's a koozie?
A dick koozie.
Yeah, you're
a place to keep it
put a
warm.
beer
Yeah.
I thought those were called cozies, but
No!
A koozie?
I don't know. We're from small towns. Maybe they're actually called cozies.
I've never heard of koozie before.
Cozies
I'm familiar with a cozy.
Cozies.
Koozies.
What do you think?
I think I say this. You have to be able to handle the eroticization of your partner because, when people tweet me or send me messages, they're like questions about therapy. But the stuff that you guys get tweeted at you are pictures of your own butthole, people's penises. Yep. People are flirting with you. And so I think you have to just be confident enough to know that your partner's getting sexuality constantly.
Yeah, that's true.
Communication's important. We talk a lot about that.
Yeah.
You have to be able to explain what you're doing.
And I think also a good point that you just made to that is that knowing that they're going to be a sexual item in the public eye.
Yeah, we are a fantasy.
Not only that they are, but part of your branding is to constantly produce and promote more. Right? And so it's about being comfortable. The closer you get, the more intimate, committed, that they're going to be sending out even more explicit stuff. Yeah. Because you have to perpetuate your product.
Right.
Yeah.
So
we're always looking for new ways of showing our butt.
And I was going to say, our product is our butthole.
Yay!
Okay, next question.
Should I tell my friends with benefits that I want to be more than friends?
I would say yes.
Really? I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Well, the question's assuming the person does want more.
Yeah.
So then you would if you did.
Right.
Right, but wouldn't that just kind of... Here's my thing. If it's friends with benefits, then they're leaving as soon as sex is done. They're not interested. But if they're sticking around for a weekend, A, they either need a place to live, or B, like...
No, that's not fair. That's not fair. Because you know what? I've been friends with benefits with people that I really liked.
Yeah.
And I only figured that out by being a friend with benefits.
Right.
And then realizing I wanted more. And then I tried to say, like, hey, do you want to go to dinner sometime or hang out? Right. And I've gotten relationships out of that.
Yeah, and you've also, gotten rid of friends with benefits for a one. The one. You say yes?
I say tell them if you're feeling it. I say just be honest, and tell them. I mean, it might
There is, and then it's supposed to be ruined.
Yeah.
If it does.
It's supposed to be.
Because
there's no going back. I guess
one
after
person
that.
is obviously more committed to it than the other one is, and that you don't want that anyway.
And friends with benefits is supposed to be fun. And if it's complicated,
Right.
solve that, figure it out, or end it. But it's supposed to be fun.
Well, this kind of leads into our next question then.
Okay.
I've been on a few dates with the guy, and we haven't had sex yet. When is the night?
Seriously,
when's the right time to initiate?
Immediately.
I say immediately.
Me too.
If we honestly, here's my thing.
Oh, we don't have slut on. I was like, slut.
If on the first date though, the guy isn't sexualizing me and flirting with me and all that, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I like being sexualized.
Yeah.
And that's an important part of like my confidence.
Yeah.
And so I want to feel sexually desired and wanted. Even if I have to like pump the brakes or set boundaries around what I'll do, I need you to come at me sexually.
So you're encouraging us
sexual.
to be sluts.
Yeah. There's a lot of confidence and power in that. And because I'm so sexual.
Smart slut.
Yes.
Say it again.
A smart
Now
slut.
define that, because that's good.
Know what you're putting yourself into. Be tested. Be safe.
Ask questions. Set boundaries. Say no. Say yes. Yeah, totally. Because for me, sex is an important part of a relationship, and so if they don't try to initiate it, then it's not to them, and then it's not going to work for us.
Agreed.
I mean, can you even really say that it's a date if you're not having sex?
You said it isn't. I've heard you say that.
It's not. It's not. We take right. It's not. You don't consider it a date if you haven't had sex with them, right?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I don't consider us dating. That's
Exactly.
What would you call it?
I would just say I'm being
Hanging
a friend.
out. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's got to break their heart. Because in their head, they're going on a date with Sylvia, and in your head, we're just two buddies hanging out. In their head, it's date 4 or 5, it's getting serious, and they're falling in love, and in your head, it's just that dude. Like, I'll just hang out that guy again.
She's like, I just got
heartbreaking.
That's even if I'm sleeping with him sometimes, too.
Yeah.
Well, and that's funny because you're like, I'm not sleeping with you if there's not a check involved, right?
Right.
Because, I mean, you can't date someone.
Right. But I do have the friends with benefits factors.
Do you have like, we've been watching Insecure lately, and she has a rotation. Do you have a rotation?
I have a few that are like on a roster for sure.
Ooh, a roster.
And it's just, it's cycled based on mood.
It's cycle based on if they're even in the city. I mean, some of them are
international.
Yeah, some of them are international.
All right.
Like ludicrous, you got hoes in different areas.
There you go.
Well
what
done.
city we're in
Well
and what time of year it might be. You know?
Warm weather requires different things. Colder weather, other things.
Maybe she's wanting to piss off her mom, so she's with someone of a different race.
You know what's so funny is I was with one of my rotations the other night and we were at dinner and it's a man of color and he says to me, "Happy 9/11." I said, "Oh my God, I only wish I could tape that for my mother." Me taking a cheers with a brown man saying,
But see, we just learned a lot about you. When you're on a date with this hot dude and you're thinking of ways to punish your mom, that is mommy issues we need to work out. Yeah,
but she's working them out on camera.
Yeah. Because again,
hold me, mommy.
This poor guy is falling in love, having a great date, and in your head, you're using him to injure your mother.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
That is a very
We'll have to dive into that later. This one's specifically for you.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone wanted to know that what suggestions do you have for getting into porn?
Oh. Man or woman?
What's a woman?
Okay. First off, I would say know that everyone in your family, that's always my first thing, know that every one of your friends in your family are going to maybe turn against you, definitely have a really hard time with it. So that has to be step number one. You have to be able to know how to address friends and family because those are the ones who are going to matter.
What did you say to your parents?
I mean,
did you have a conversation?
It was different for everybody. It was different of how I addressed it to each family member. And yeah, I had conversations with everyone before anything came out because I wanted to be the one to tell them. I thought totally. If they found out by anybody else's. Well,
yeah, your point is like it's not like other careers where you can change your mind
you can't
or
once
back
you're
out.
In
like
it,
once you're in it, there's something defining and often sadly stigmatizing.
Yeah.
So be sure you're in it because you want to be in it.
Yeah.
There's no takebacks.
There is no takebacks, and honestly, honestly, I don't suggest it for anyone under the age of like 25. I just think mentally you're not prepared for everything that's about to happen to you.
That's fair.
And it's
I've never heard
very
overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
That's important. I can see that.
Yeah.
It's very overwhelming in the beginning. There's so much to learn. I've been in for 3 years and I'm still learning all of the time. You know, like, and right away when you're doe-eyed in it and people are just throwing money at you and you're like, oh, this is never going to end. And then you're like 3 months later, you're like, oh shit, no one wants to shoot me. I've shot for every company, everyone's seen me, and now I'm done. You know, you got to find a way to like climb back out of that hole. It's a lot harder of a business than people think it is. It is a dog-eat-dog world for sure.
Totally. So, because you can, I don't know. Like, people only want to jerk off to the same people
so many times. Right. Yeah.
Right?
Unless you're like their favorite, and then
which is very few.
Yeah, I know.
Like, there's thousands.
Right.
I have some friends that just thought it was so easy. A good friend of mine got into porn and thought, like, I'm going to blow up immediately. I'm going to all these followers. I'm going to travel the country doing go-go and one-offs, and I'm going to be a top escort because
everyone
it's
thinks
like,
that.
You have to have the right personality, the right look. You have to be good on camera because there are some bad porn. I was just telling him I watched a porn the other day, and it was like 2 robots, and I was like, that person will go no further. It was so boring. Like, it's an art form, and people don't understand that. Like, porn is a form of art. It's like film, it's like literature, it's like cartoons.
Performer of the Year understands that.
Well, then you also have
I was one of the robots who, my new agent was like, sweetie, we watched some of your porn, and maybe, just
less
get a
dead in
little
the eyes.
sexier, like, a little, more like you want to be there.
I think too, like, people forget that, like, it's a business, so you also have to like get along with the directors, the studios, the people behind the scenes, and they have to like working with you, book you, and there's a lot that goes into it. The
moment you walk in the door, it is about the look on your face, how happy you are to be there. It is, everyone is judging every move that you make.
And I think some of it's luck. Like, I mean,
or just a better agent, you know?
Yeah, or I don't know. But sometimes you do walk into set and get throat punched, right?
Right.
Wait, what does that mean?
Well, I mean,
what do you get throat punched?
Yeah, everyone thinks they're all hot shit.
Until somebody gives you that devastating little piece of advice, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
That was her first time on set.
God. I'm old. My boobs are fucking tiny, even though I'm all tit. Like I, you know.
It's fine. We'll have you play the mom.
Yeah, it's awful. Oh my god, you learn so much about yourself.
Last question.
Okay, go.
What advice do you have for surviving a circuit party sober?
Say what?
What advice
that's
do you
gotta
have
be
for
for you.
surviving a circuit party
I can't
sober?
answer that question.
I mean,
don't go.
Yeah, don't go.
It's
just a party.
Yeah, there's certain spaces though
anything.
that are about drugs and alcohol, and that's fine. And if you're not into that, don't go. There wouldn't be a reason for you to be there. Go to a sober circuit event. They exist.
They do exist.
I don't really enjoy drinking, so I'm cautious to the spaces I go. Like, it's not for you. That's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Fine. There you have it. And it's from a doctor, so you can actually take that to the bank.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you for coming
Yes.
to us
Thank you so
and
much.
chatting
Thank you.
us up today. So.
Oh, I can't wait to share the picture with you guys.
We'll share it.
The Three Spooges.
The Three Spooges.
Yeah, because we're going to work on some projects together. So.
Yes, we are. There are
Be on the lookout.
things in the future. All right, guys.
Thank you guys.
Until
Have a good
next
day.
time.
Bye.